government is big enough to give you everything you want. It is big enough to take away everything you want.
Welcome to the Spearhead Transmission.
With your hosts, More.m4a and Michael Ray.
This is the Spearhead Transmission.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Spearhead Transmissions, December 6th, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
December
2018. It's time to break those chains and water that tree. Coming up on an anniversary of the podcast.
6th. Really?
Yeah. Like December, I think it was on December 25th.
It was around there, right?
It's close to Christmas time. A long, long time ago, we recorded that first podcast. It was horrible. Drinking margaritas.
We were supposed to be rich by now.
Yeah. Extremely rich.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely zero money coming out of the podcast. It's basically just a hobby.
Somebody asked me what my hobby was today.
Podcast.
I told them it was fucking. But then-
Everyone always asks me, like, how's your blog? Like, what? My blog? I
oh,
always feel like the people are just being, like, polite asking about it. Like, man, you don't care.
I don't say anything about it now, so nobody knows, right? Like, I let
I
it.
assume people listen to this still. I haven't looked at Skynet in a while to see if we're getting downloaded.
Me
Every
neither.
time I look at it, I get bummed out. I'm like, no one listens to this shit. Around the holidays, we quit recording so many episodes because there's so much crap going on. And then for some reason, I checked Libsyn, and you're like, holy shit, there's more people listening to it now than there was
when we were actually doing it.
when we're doing it constantly. Like, oh, we got to get back into it. And then we get some guests and redo it. And
I don't think we've had a legitimate guest in.
like 18 years.
Yeah,
It's been a
it's been a
long
while.
time.
I just noticed I have one sock inside out.
Oh, that's common for me, especially with business socks.
Yeah, it's because it doesn't really matter.
Dude, do you ever? I remember having to wear my dress uniform with those socks, those dress socks,
the ones that are like plastic.
women's pantyhose.
They're a totally weird material. I have a pair that are in there that I stuff them in the back of my sock drawer because they're that material.
But you'd be standing either at attention or have to be standing up or whatever. And ones I'm thinking of were in Guam, so it was hot. I remember being out there and being in my dress uniform, and it's usually on my day off. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, God, this sucks. Hungover or something from the night before. But there was nothing that felt better. This is like, I guess, a woman taking off her bra, but it felt so good to go back to my barracks. It was ice cold in there anyway.
Yeah.
And pull my shoes off and pull those socks off. It was amazing.
Uh-huh.
Like, I can't even describe like the feeling of putting my sweaty ass feet on that carpet in my room, and it was cold anyway. Like, damn, I'm almost put those back on
Just to take them off again?
Take them off again.
It's like drinking water in the middle of the night. You drink, but then if
I'm
you stop,
thirsty, yeah.
So what I used to do is I used to take my socks halfway off. I know that's weird. I'd take them halfway down, pull the feet off just so they like right there.
Uh-huh.
That's a weird thing to do, right? I still do it.
Why?
I don't know.
What do you mean? Just then walk around the house like that?
Yeah, for a minute.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's
I can't.
weird.
I hate dress socks now. My wife gets mad at me because I'll wear, slacks with, nice shoes, and then I have
Tube socks.
Yeah, I have short sock, like athletic socks on, and she says it looks hipster or whatever.
I spoiled you with those one socks, is what it was.
I've got those on right now. I think. Yeah, I had them. Even the day I was at the gym, I was doing squats and I had my shoes off like a fucking animal. And I looked down. I was like, these are those socks I took from Mike from his bachelor party. They got some sort of comfort built into them. It says it on the side.
Yeah, they're those manufactured for comfort.
I still remember my wife. She washed them that like 2 days after I had them, and she's like, "You can take these back?" Like, fuck no, those are my socks now. Those are comfortable as shit. He let me borrow them. Who wants borrowed socks back?
Nobody.
Anyway? Like, I can't. It blows my mind that Corey asked me to borrow my towel at the gym. He's like, I'll wash it. Like, oh man, you rub that towel in the crack of your ass now, even
on
though
your
it's been
gooch.
I've been through a washing machine. It's still like, I haven't used that towel since.
It's a little weird. Though, when you think about it, when you have guests come over to your house and they shower,
Yeah, they're
and
scrubbing their ass crack with their towel.
Yeah. Doot doot.
So there was a thing that I used to do, and I thought it was just me when I was dating wild women back when I was a younger lad. I would, you hold your farts because it's not like when you're married, you just blast them everywhere. And
not
laugh
just
at
you.
them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your stomach starts hurting after a while.
It starts making that.
You can't, like, if you go to the bathroom, I mean, you can hear people peeing in the bathroom, So if you're like, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, and then like go in there and she's gonna totally hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do is I would take their hand towel and try to muffle it, right?
It's like giving her pink eye for the next.
I mean, it wasn't on bare skin, but you're farting into a hand towel.
Yeah.
And it's funny, as my buddy Dave, we were talking one day, and he told me that, and just started dying laughing because I was like, I did the exact same maneuver, man. I mean, he's like, well, I don't want anybody to hear it. You gotta muffle it somehow. It's like, I guess when you're strangling someone, you put a towel over their face. Same thing when you're gassed up. It's weird, though, is when you're...
I think it's a common practice.
I think when you're dating someone, it's like your body automatically goes into overload gas production. Because I could just be chewing gum and my stomach be like...
I wonder what that is, because it's worse at the beginning, right? So maybe it's nerves.
I don't know.
But I'm not nervous, really.
I don't know how I didn't turn into what's it, Thunder from Big Trouble in Little China. The amount of gas I had, like, just exploded. I mean, I'd be in serious pain.
Yeah.
There were a few times I was going to say, like, hey, I got to go home, Like, why? Because I got a toot.
Let me unbutton my pants. It's that kind of gas pain, too.
Yeah.
It's because you're holding it in, and then it builds.
The worst part about it was you'd be sitting on the couch watching a movie trying to, like maneuver yourself into like touching some body part. And, I mean, it feel like someone's stabbing you in the guts, like, oh, hey, I got to go out to my truck and grab some change out of the ashtray. You walk outside and like, what the fuck, man?
Where did it go?
When I was sitting in there, you hear the whole like, doo, like, oh, yeah. Are you all right? Are you hungry? No.
No.
Not at all.
Let me drink some water.
I think that made it worse, man. Chewing gum. I guess you're sucking in all that air, like nervous the whole time.
Maybe it's one of those things that builds on top of, right? So you start getting that gas pain, you hold it in, and then
head to the bathroom and put it in a hand towel.
Yeah, and you know what? What's funny about that is that it's not like it's a grand discovery. It might be a grand discovery to you, but it'd be like pioneers going through the mountains and be like, oh shit, this path has already been taken 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, you think back in think Abe Lincoln did that to his girlfriend?
Fuck yeah.
I bet he did too. Fucking, I can't tell a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Did you fart in my hand towel, Abe?
In my doily?
Yes. I bet those didn't have much absorbency, or not absorbency, but like airspace. This like tight knit.
You can always. I think you could spread your butt cheeks too, right?
But and avoid this. I just imagine someone walking in. Are you all right? You're in there, fucking got your ass cheeks spread apart. I didn't want to embarrass myself by farting, but
In front of you, but
here I am.
sorry, the dog opened the door, and right here I am, bent over.
I got a book one year for Christmas from someone in my family that said like 101 rules for dating, and it talked about having gas on the date, and it showed a guy in a business suit with paper towels on the floor on his hands and knees in the bathroom with his butt up in the air because it said the same thing. Like when you stand up, you know,
Uh-huh.
it goes away. So you got to get your butt up. Like, can you imagine walking into a restaurant and seeing some guy on the fucking floor with the, you know?
What are you doing? Oh, I see what you're
Yeah.
doing. You're on a date.
Watch this. Go back out there with your wife. Smell that, honey?
That's how it's done, sir.
Yeah. If you get, are you going to spend the rest of your life together? Well, probably. Well, you might as well start farting now because she needs to get pissed off and used to it. So what was it, last weekend Thanksgiving? Next week
Happy
Christmas?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Time is flying by. My wife continues to bust my balls every time I point it out, but I seriously felt like we just went trick-or-treating.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that it can be Christmas here. You know, like this will be released tomorrow. It'll be the weekend. You got next week and the week after to do your shopping, and that's it. Then it's Christmas. Maybe dragging all that shit back in your attic. Then it'll be this fucking January run and gun. And then birthdays and shit. And it'll be summer. We open up the pool here soon. Might as well just go swimming now.
Yeah.
Speaking of this, so I joined a group on
Swingers Anonymous.
yeah, swingers. On the Facebook page that was it's called Win-Hoff Method. Anyway, it was a video. That's how I got it. How I joined it somehow. Of some dude. It was a girl. Said she remains young. The boobs got me right. Like
Is it the
girl that goes in the ice bath?
Yeah.
In the middle of winter all the time. Well, I joined that group, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, all those dudes and women and guys are doing these ice baths because they say the health benefits from it. Anyway, I was reading on there, and I was talking to someone about it. I was like, "What do you just take a cold shower?" I was like, "That's, how is that?" And they're like, "Well, it's better if it's in a natural body of water, and
That's just fucking.
the hippie version of it."
Uh-huh.
But I seriously want to try getting in like a pond out there where we go shooting or something when it's fucking freezing cold.
What do you mean? We did this.
Yeah, but I mean,
We dove into it.
Stay in it.
Shit.
Yeah, you gotta.
You remember how cold that water
Yeah.
was? There was nothing but me getting out.
Yeah. Well, the first guy that jumps in that water looked like he was walking on it. But these guys and girls, guys and gals, don't want to offend anybody. I hate that word, gal.
Gal.
She's a nice gal.
Gal.
Like, what? Only gal I like, Gal Gadot. But no, they stay in the water and they do this breathing thing and
Slow their heart rate down.
Yeah, but I want to try it. So it does. All
I'll
this
do
stuff.
it.
I'm like basically a alternative medicine guru now since
Yeah.
I've been going to acupuncture.
Yeah.
So, which the acupuncture is working.
Serious?
Something's working. Either it's mental or something. But my hip is stopped. Like earlier this week, I was sitting there at work and I was like, my hip does not hurt. And when I squatted with you last week, I felt like I could squat 400 pounds. I was like, this is easy. It does not hurt.
Really?
Yeah. And my back doesn't hurt.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what it is, but I go back Monday.
Is this lady Asian?
No, she's white, but she's
Was she schooled by the Asians?
probably. She probably knows the dim
Chicken
mock.
scraps?
Dim mock.
Them mock?
Yeah. What's that guy's name? Shinzo Tanaka is her Shidoshi, I bet. Show me the death touch. I don't know. I wouldn't fuck around with those needles, though. She might be, because when I first went, she stuck all these needles in my butt cheek and my leg and my back and my
It's
hand.
so
and my
weird.
foot. Yeah, it's kind of weird when you can feel her when she twists them in.
Ah!
But they're like as big as a
Did you
hair.
fart in that,
Yeah.
in that
We've
chair?
been dating for a long time. Yeah, she twists them in.
Oh,
At one
ooh.
part, she's like, "Can you feel that?" Like, yeah, you can feel, and like you can feel the nerve. Like if I were to do it, I mean, I'm sure that's part of like what Senzo Tanaka taught her. Like where to put it, because like that nerve was going down my leg. I'm like, fuck yeah, I feel that. And then it's crazy is both times she's done it, like I immediately fall asleep. I'll be sitting there and like fall asleep.
Serious?
Could be because I have kids, but fall asleep and then wake up. And she pulls them out and then she does this like little bit of massage on my leg, and then I leave. And
What does she do with the needles after she's done?
I think they throw them away.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, she opens a package each time she's doing it. But first time I went, I was like, I got up and my leg still hurt. I was like, this is a waste. And she's like, I'd like you to come back in 10 days. I was like, fuck, man. And I, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I will.
And then I was
of
thinking,
course.
like, I'll come back. And then I was like, I'll just make up some excuse. Call her like, hey, I got to reschedule. And I never reschedule. That's the best way I get out of stuff. But anyway.
I'll reschedule, but
Yeah.
I'll never reschedule.
Anyway, then it helped then a little bit, but then it started coming back. So I was like, whatever. And it was already time for that other appointment. So I went back, and that second one, I told her, I was like, it still hurts. I was like, it felt better for a little bit, but it still hurts. She said, all right. She did the same thing again. It seemed like she put more needles in me that last time.
That's how it starts.
And I mean, whatever. I'll try jinxing it. Like I ran yesterday. I ran and squatted today. I did deadlifts yesterday with the straight bar. Like I thought maybe, well, I just took it easy because I haven't been running as much because it's been cold. But I don't know, man.
Soon you're gonna look like a porcupine.
Yeah, like Hellraiser. What's his name? What's that
Pinhead.
guy's name? Pinhead. Yeah, not Demento. But yeah. So I'll be at acupuncture. I'll be floating around in a pond when it's cold. Getting crystals here before long.
The pod. I can't. Even, so all those people on the Wim Hof method are doing like going to beautiful landscapes and jumping in.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
Beaver,
like
where that beaver's gonna bite my penis. Every time I walk by that pond, that beaver's out there slapping his damn tail on the water, like taunting me, telling me to get the fuck out. And I step over the hole to his house when I'm walking to my deer stand. So I always think he's gonna come out of there.
Yeah.
I don't think beavers are that like aggressive.
Shit. I bet they are. Let's see. Attacked by beaver.
That'd be a good Google search.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
So once again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I did want to share a little story about. Here's a little story I'd like to tell about three bad brothers. No, about my daughter. So I was sitting in the living room one of these past days, like on the floor or something. And I was looking back towards the kitchen. And my kids are sitting there like doing what they do, not eating dinner. And my oldest daughter has her leg on. We had this bench seat that they sit on, and she's got one leg on it. She took a bite of something off her plate, and she's standing facing our formal living room. Is that a word? Formal living?
Your resting area, whatever that is.
The rest stop. She's watching the rest stop.
With the telescopes at.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there watching her, and I can see her looking at something. And, my other two kids are in there with us, and my wife is in the dining room doing something with some shit. I can hear her rustling around in there like a squirrel,
Messing with Christmas stuff.
Yeah, you can hear it like. Anyway, I'm sitting there watching her, and I was like, "What?" And she didn't say anything. And I was like, "What? What do you see?" And she just starts slowly backing up, and then she looks at me, and she's like confused. You can see it on her face. She's like, "I just saw something black run across, and then run back." I was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Was it the dog? Was it Libby's fat ass in there? Because we got two little black dogs." And she's like, "No." And then I could see my dogs, and I was like, "Well," I said, "It's your mom in there, the shadow from her being in the dining rooms, casting there and looking like something." And she's like, "No." And my wife walks in there, and she's like, "I'm freaked out." And it's funny is my daughter wasn't really freaked out. She's just kind of like, "Huh." So then I started asking her, pushing her, like, "What did you see?" Like, of course, then it's, well, it had wings and like all this other shit. You can tell like the point of like, okay, this isn't what she's originally saw. Now it's we're Just
Yeah.
going with imagination. So anyway, on Thanksgiving, I told my parents, and my mom's like, was it a black, tall, skinny thing? And,
Oh shit!
and she goes,
That just
'cause
gives me
that's-
chills
she's
now.
like, that's what I saw in your house the first day you guys moved in.
Oh,
Yeah, and she's like,
Fuck.
she goes, I was outside immediately. It's like some black, tall, skinny thing in my fucking house. Like, what the hell?
yeah. You already said your house is haunted.
Yeah, I mean, I've
Yeah,
seen
but
it.
it's
I've
not
seen
doing anything.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like
Yeah, it's
even my
not really-
daughter wasn't scared. She was just kind of like, now what in the hell is that? You can
It was
see
the
it on her.
Slender Man.
You can see
Isn't
it.
that what
Well,
they
that's
said?
what I immediately thought. Or the shadow people, like
Under the stairs,
Art Bell talks about.
Yeah.
or talked about.
and that you saw when you were little,
Well, yeah.
and you rolled over. That story scares me.
Well, and when we were in the house I'm in now, I was in our bedroom and saw something in the bedroom door, like looking in, and for some reason it was like a figure.
Tall, skinny thing.
Well, I didn't. It wasn't skinny, but for whatever reason, my mind said it was like some sort of dad thing, which doesn't make sense, right? Like it just like
What?
some kind of dad. I don't know, like an old
A
not-
dad?
not my dad, but like a
Somebody's dad?
dad. Yeah, which is weird.
Was
right?
in your house?
Yeah, but it's like something.
But it
I
was
saw.
you were at ease with it? You're like, it's just somebody's dad.
But it was. It's not like you can sit there and stare at it and be like, "There's a dad." It was like in the corner of my eye, like. But then it's in your brain, so my brain's like, I don't know, like old
That's
time dad with like newspaper hat, like a top hat and a business.
Oh.
suit. Like fucking To Kill a Mockingbird
Oh.
dad.
Okay.
Exactly like that.
Your house was built in like 2000 something
Yeah.
or 1998.
It is 94 actually. But To Kill a Mockingbird's there. What's that dad's name? Atticus.
Uh-huh.
Dude, my fucking back is.
Dry?
Yeah, and
Mine
this
too.
sweater's tiny.
Yeah, that's like a 2-time sweater.
Yeah,
You wear
I
it
love
once,
this.
then dry or wash it, and the fucking thing. All right, I'll wear it again, but you realize it's
I
too
loved
short.
this sweater when I first got it, and now I got a gray one. I loved it too. And
Mm-hmm.
someone asked me if it was a pajama top last time I had it on.
Your belly button was hanging out.
Like, it's skin tight. Is that a muscle shirt? No, it's a formal sweater. Thank you. But no, I
That's-
don't. So I don't know what it is. Like I've said on previous podcasts, is I've paid the online, I don't know what webpage it was, but it was something where you could
See if anybody
someone
was murdered in your house.
died in your house, or
But I
I
don't
mean
think
that still wouldn't tell you if fucking tribe of Indians was massacred in that spot back in the day, or
or a top hat guy.
tribe of
Top hat guys. Tribe
Big-
of chimney sweeps was murdered.
Bigfoots,
Yeah.
or I don't know, like what was there back in the 20s and shit. Maybe a wagon or an old Model T Ford got stuck there and people got fucking smoked.
Yeah, during Prohibition.
Back there drinking beer, doing what they shouldn't have been doing. They should have been at church. Instead, they got fucking killed. Now
But now they don't blame you.
they're just like, I like what you've done with the paint.
Yeah.
Your wife's got good taste. Yeah, I don't care. Go tell her that. She needs to hear it, not me.
That's creepy though, dude. But it isn't creepy if it doesn't bother her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's just like,
Well, the other night I carried him upstairs, and I was like, don't start thinking about that. And the whole time, like, don't start thinking about
in your head?
shit. Yeah, I'm carrying him upstairs. I'm telling you, that hallway too at night is fucking creepy upstairs.
Yeah, you're the long hallway.
And we were coming back from my parents, so they're both asleep. So I got to leave one out in the car, carry, they're asleep in the garage, bring them upstairs, go back down and get the other one. And I'm like looking down that hallway, and I made myself see something. I'm like, there's someone standing at the end of that hallway. And I was like, so I just sat there and stared at it because I was like, if it's a fucking ghost, do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I started getting mad. Not even shit there. I'm ready to fight a fucking phantom, And so I'm sitting there staring down the hallway holding my kid, and I still got the whole like, ooh, put my kids to sleep. But I don't know, man. If it doesn't, if it just wants to hang out, I'm fine.
Yeah, so I think there's stuff to that though, like that. That sense that you get. I'm not gonna say sixth sense, but that sense where you get that where you're like, shit, I better run to my bedroom. Mm-hmm. I haven't had that in a long time. Well,
run up the stairs.
Yeah, the last time, the last time I kind of freaked myself out was when we were talking about all that Pizzagate stuff.
Yeah,
and I think we both.
Yeah, I got spooked that night when I left here,
and I was spooked looking out those windows downstairs into the back, and I generally don't.
Yeah.
The other day I came home, but I was more like I felt like somebody was in my house, like not like a ghost, but like somebody had
been there.
Well, what it was there was a car parked across the street that I didn't see before, and it was running, and it was a old beater, right? And there was a woman sitting in the front, and she looked nervous as shit when I pulled up.
Yeah, that would have made me nervous too.
And it wasn't night yet. It wasn't quite dark yet. It was like 5 o'clock, almost 5. And there's nobody here, just Nora and I. And I was coming in, and I was like, "Hold on, kiddo, let me go in first."
Yeah,
all right, wait right here. And
but nothing happened.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes me wonder if if that's just some sort of, if it's just all in your mind, because now you've had my daughter, who no one's said, "Hey, you ever see a tall, skinny man running around the house?" Mm-hmm. The painter that painted our inside of the house, his son, my mom, my wife, and me have all seen something in that house. And the painter, no one said shit to him.
Yeah.
He called my wife and said, "Is there someone else here?"
Dude, that's fucked up.
Well, I didn't know this story. Did you?
You told me it's about the painter.
About the ball rolling out from under the...
No.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
tell me about that.
So my wife said that they had all
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, they had all
He's
the...
creeping me out now.
They had all the stuff in the playroom, which everything is... The playroom is the freakiest room
Yeah,
in the
it
house.
is. Well, but that hall leads to it.
Yeah.
So that hall...
It's probably some sacred geometry in there because it's triangles and...
It's a portal to the universe. It's a vortex to the universe. It's whatever it is.
So
you just align shit just right in there, and it's going to suck you into another dimension.
if those sheetrockers would have been a little more, direct with their sanding, we probably could go back in time by just walking out of that tunnel. But anyway, they had the painters had everything pushed to the center of the room with plastic over it because
And a pentagram painted on the floor.
yeah,
And they sacrificed cats.
they were up there painting, and I guess the painter's son, the guy that texted you that one day, he said that something happened and a ball fell off from the center and rolled out from under the plastic, which could just be a coincidence.
Yeah.
Right? But he said that he told my wife, he's like, that ghost followed me to my sister's house, and my sister's now, and I don't know, man.
That's Mexican stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. But, there's obviously, everyone's seeing something. That's my whole thing with Bigfoot. Everyone Bigfoot's fake, and this writes it off so easily. Like, well, what are people seeing? Because, there's people, I bet you 99% of that stuff is this bullshit. Mm-hmm. But there are those 1% people that are like legitimate outdoorsmen or done something that have seen something and say, I don't know what that was, but it wasn't a bear, it wasn't a mountain lion, it wasn't a man.
It's like the Les Stroud one.
Yeah.
Like, you got to think that guy...
Yeah, he's going to know if it's a bear.
Yeah.
And, I've seen crazy shit in the woods that you're like, and then you look at it a little bit longer, you're like, oh, fuck, that's a coyote, I thought that was a mountain, around here. It's a Black Panther.
Yeah.
And
it's a chupacabra.
Yeah. Your mind can fuck with you, but like I said, there's legit shit that happens in this world. Be it like UFOs or Bigfoot or whatever. Like I read something the other day about a bunch of pilots over in, I think it was in the UK or something, that said they had some white light out the corner, and it was following them, and then it took off at like Mach 3 or some shit.
Yeah. Well, you think about it. If theories are that say this is just a simulation, or if it's we still don't understand the realms that we live in, the dimensions that we live in, and dimensional travel and stuff, and that shit there might be dimensional beings, and that they can move through that. Yeah, it's like this. Okay, so here's what's funny is that what Bill Gates wrote a book like 94, talking about basically talking about how technology will advance, and within 20 years, he said within 20 years you're going to have a device that you're going to carry around with you, that you'll be able to basically do anything and everything on. You'll be able to listen to all your music on it, which they had, You'll be able to talk to people, it'll be a phone. It'll also be, you'll be able to basically do everything that you can do on it that we can do currently right now. And people ridiculed the guy for it, right?
Yeah.
Which they said, oh, it's just another rich guy trying to get more rich, right?
Yeah.
There's shit out there that we're working towards that we don't even know, right? Like
that's been my when I talk to my brother about it, and even that's my like rebuttal. People say like time travel is impossible. Like if you would have went to the 20s and told someone that they could have a cell phone and all it does, they'd say it's impossible.
Yeah.
You could even say that in the 40s or the 50s.
Yeah.
People would say you're out of your fucking mind. Like how do you know 20 years from now there's not going to be some breakthrough thing like, oh, if you put peanut butter on electric and put it in a -0
and let your dog lick your balls just right,
you go back in fucking time. You know what I mean?
It's like
no
ABBA
one,
up, down.
No one did that before, but they did now. I mean, it's like it could happen. And then it could be like, we sent so-and-so back in time, and there was nothing but Bigfoot land. Nothing but Bigfoots. And they figured it out, too. And they've been, every once in a while, one gets blasted over here,
fucking around, and there's a Bigfoot. And they suck him back real quick.
Yeah, so.
I mean, when you have right now, we have everything that we do pretty much now is grand scale. It's robots, right? Like, I mean, we're getting to that point where everything fucking Amazon. My daughter's present that I ordered for her from Amazon, right, is delayed till Monday. Why? Because a robot smashed into another robot that was carrying bear spray. It shut down an entire Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what happened was there's obviously people that work there too, but one robot was like, whatever it is, I picture it in my head, Wally cruising around with bear spray.
Yeah.
And another one smashed into him, a can of bear spray.
The other one's
shot
got a
over.
handful of sex toys.
Yeah, dildos and just blam, bear spray and
Fake
rubber asses.
We cannot send that fake ass with that bear spray all over. Someone will get hurt.
And then it got into the ventilation system, and they didn't know what was wrong. They were just fucking puking and shit, everything, and shut it down.
I guarantee that robot did that shit on purpose.
I guess what I'm saying is that
He's been reading online, and he's like, it's going to be at least another 10 years before we become self-aware.
Yeah.
I want to kick this shit off now. Watch this.
But that it's anything is possible anymore, and so. Like that, you said that 1%. Yeah, you don't know. It could be Bigfoot's traveling from dimension to dimension.
No,
we don't know.
From the future, he could be extremely intelligent instead of like people think he's an ape man. Could just be like that. We went full circle, which is probably hard with all the bullshit we're dealing with now. People get dumb as hell, but yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, there's too much stuff that's unexplained to me that people simply just write off as people not knowing what they saw or. I mean, people, someone tell me like, it's your imagination. Like, the shit I've seen in my house is not my imagination. Obviously, if other people, that's what do you call that, a double blind test or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, there's people that have come to my house that have never been told anything about that see something, And it's all the same. They're like, I don't get like a bad feeling from it though. Like, I don't either. I don't know what it is. If it's Maybe it's the fucking gravitational waves at my house make your eyes do something. I don't know. But there's obviously something there that's happening. You know what I mean? Maybe the air is supercharged with particles from the high power lines down the road that
Oh yeah, there you go.
know fuck with your brain and make you see something.
Tall, skinny guys.
Yeah.
Top hat guys.
Yeah, top hat.
Top hat dads.
There's Dad from the 40s.
Chimney
just
sweep.
hanging out, looking through the window or through the door. All right.
Fucking Dick Van Clark from Mary
It's a
Poppins.
little bit fucking creepy now.
Yeah.
Well, I only saw it for like 0.06 seconds. So,
And I don't think I've ever. Well,
see, the thing is, I say the same shit. I'm like, I never see anything. But if I start going back and thinking about it, I have seen stuff. But I always just downplay it as like, it was nothing.
yeah,
Like even that shit I saw when I was a kid.
yeah.
Now I think about it, like, you didn't see anything.
You just have to. I think it's the rationalization of your brain what we do when we do things, like how we deal with stuff, because obviously that's absurd, right? But then
Time traveling Bigfoot. To your house.
yeah, fucking time travelers.
I guess it'd be like when they had that where they had that article that said scientists see like a giant man-made ring in the outer space of the universe or whatever. Like, I believe in aliens right now, but we got that again.
I don't know. We didn't fixed.
But if that,
See, why'd that do that? Well,
but if that was legit and there was a fucking ring of
around that star,
and it's verified, then you're like,
that does creep you out.
yeah, because holy shit,
Changes the
aliens are real. Well, yeah, you knew that, right? Well, yeah, I thought so, but
now it's verified.
That's fucking crazy.
And they're more powerful than us.
They built a fucking.
They're
city
harnessing the sun.
around- It'd be the same with Bigfoot. Like, here's Bigfoot. It's a time traveling dimensional being that's lives in the woods or whatever, gets stuck.
Every once in a while.
Yeah. Like, that is fucking crazy.
And you better bring your gloves
Yeah. You don't want to get stuck in a hole.
with that Bigfoot.
Was that a female Bigfoot? Yeah, it was a female Bigfoot because she raped the shit out of that guy, right?
Yeah.
That guy should get on that Me Too movement. You know what I mean?
Indict Bigfoot.
Maybe come out that she might come out and try to, get her name right again.
Or maybe she was the victim there.
He just lied.
And
They
he
didn't have
lied.
Gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was stuck in there because everyone. That's like always been the questionable part of that story. Like, you got to have gloves to get out of there. Yeah, man. You get a hole. You can't get out without gloves. Man, I was just in there just fucking the shit out of that Bigfoot because I couldn't get away. I mean, days and days of Bigfoot intercourse. If someone would have just thrown me a pair of gloves, I could have escaped. Turns out that Bigfoot was trying to get out. And he was holding it in there. Imagine walking up on that. Let alone some guy in a bathroom trying to fart out for a nice stroll in the woods. And
The first thing would be like, damn, I just discovered Bigfoot. Oh, shit.
I think the first question I'd be like, who the fuck dug this hole? That's a big hole. Impressive, too, Like, you know hand tools? I always thought I could dig a big hole when I was a kid. It always happened to like 3 shovel attempts, and I was done.
Hit that first root, and you're like, I'm out.
Yeah, I got blisters already. Yeah, I'd walk up there and see some guy just going to town on skunk ape, Sasquatch. Oh.
I guess it would be more impressive if it was like the big Bigfoots.
Well, I assume they're all big, right?
Well, I think there's small Bigfoots, aren't there?
Like those videos of those chihuahuas like humping dogs, Like, what you doing down there, buddy?
The Bigfoot's just putting up with you, giving you a piggyback ride. Are you hitting that?
That would be interesting. All right, we got some stories here. Let's go to play a commercial and go to the hot zone.
Okay.
Listen to us on iTunes, Libsyn, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and the podcast source. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, as you can catch us there weekly. Also, like and share our Facebook page. Check out our website at spearheadpodcast.com. You can get all of your Spearhead merchandise there. And like always, if you have hate mail, please send it to xspearheadx@yahoo.com. We always appreciate hearing from you. And thank you for your support, and enjoy the rest of the show.
So I posted a video on our podcast page the other day that was talking. I had a bunch of fucking like modern age dudes reading the definition of masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
And definition of masculinity is having man-like traits, strong, all this other crap. And you know, it's got some homo guys on there, some transgender dudes that are like, well, that doesn't really sound like me, you know, or whatever. And like, this is who I am as some skinny dude and got glasses. And he's like, you know, I'm not physically strong, so does that mean I'm not a man? Like,
no,
well,
it means you're not masculine.
Exactly. Simple as that, right?
You are simply a man.
Yeah.
You just aren't masculine.
So
Doesn't mean that you're not a man.
So like, well, I think when you label something with traits like this, you're kind of boxing in the meaning of what it means to be masculine. Like, what you said is exactly my rebuttal. Like, you know what? You're not masculine. That's fine. Be not you. You're choosing to act like, or you know, that's who you are. Like,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you're not choosing, but that's who you are. You don't have to be masculine, but don't try to like change the definition of masculinity to make you feel better.
Right. That'd be like somebody that's being like, what is the definition of a
great dancer.
Yeah.
So the thing I put on the podcast was like, don't make the definition of dancer to include people that can't dance, because I can't dance. I'm just never going to be labeled as a dancer.
Yeah.
You know, like, move on.
Or a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like to lift weights. I lift weights to be.
I lift weights
but
all the
I'm
time.
clearly not a bodybuilder.
Exactly. And the other
And
thing
I'm
I
not
was
trying to
thinking,
change the definition of it.
I was thinking on it is they had that one transgender woman. Yeah, she's a woman that looks like a man now, and she's huge. Looks like a bald head, shaved head. She's a real popular one. Or he
A
is.
woman that looks like a man, but then that
So
does she have?
So here's the thing. She was a woman, right? And this is what she did to become a man. She took testosterone, worked out, shaved her head, got tattoos, looked strong. So like,
No, that just makes her masculine.
So
she's not a.
So what I'm getting at is if in order to look like a man, you do.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
So
You look masculine.
So if you want to look like a man, you do these things because that's what you think will make you look more like a man, which is be stronger, be bigger, grow facial hair or whatever.
How do you grow facial hair?
I think they get testosterone injections or something, but yeah. Anyway, if that's what you do to make yourself not be a woman anymore and be a man, then why are you arguing with the definition of masculinity? And like,
I get you.
You know, shit's blowing my mind. But that and these other two articles.
But all right, even then though, she's not a man, right?
Because she didn't have a penis. The whole I came and talk about that stuff because
I mean,
people that say like,
no,
oh,
I just want to be like completely blunt. Like if she came to me and she told me, please call me a man, I'd be like, fine, fuck it, I call you a man. But if there's a lineup of people standing there, right, and they say, okay, label, like it's on the board, label the, like I got a huge ass woman with a big ass beard, and they're all naked, right?
Yeah.
That's
that
a woman.
Man has a vagina. That's a woman.
Yeah. But if she came over and was like, hey, would you, please refer to me as a man?
Yeah, no problem.
No problem. If you want me to call you a purple monkey dishwasher, I will do that. It doesn't, there's no skin off my back, right? But if you have a lineup, I can be like,
we need to have someone to come on the podcast to try to explain that, because I've watched that Louder with Crowder where he said there's two sexes, prove me wrong, and there's people on there like, gender and sex are different because sex is, just simply male or female, or, the amount of chromosomes or whatever. And, gender is fluid. People can be whatever. Like, how the fuck?
Oh, so male, female, man, woman.
Yeah. But you can't. Gender is something that's socially constructed. Like, no, it's not, man. Like, how is it? Like,
I don't know the definition of gender then.
Got a penis? Yes. You're a man. You got a vagina? Yep. You're a woman.
You want me to call you something? I will.
Something comes out of a hyena's vagina.
That's a baby hyena.
It's a baby hyena. Hey, what sex is it? Well, what does it have? Has it got a little weenie?
Yes, that's a baby boy hyena.
Yeah. Like, why is it different? Because we're humans. Because we're so we got nothing else to complain about or do. Live life.
This is why robots will fuck us up.
Yeah, you got to make up fucking shit to bitch about. Well, I'm a woman. No, dude, you're a man. Put that thing away. I can see your penis. No, and these other articles I read, just looking for shit to talk about because I really didn't want to do this podcast tonight. This article from the Huffington Post says the troubling link between milk and racism. White supremacists claim.
Hold on, I got a story to tell before you go any further. So, all right, because so when Nora was like little.
Oh, I remember that. Good.
I told her that there's I'm gonna give it away by doing this, but there was to get her to drink her milk. I would be like, man, it's gonna make you strong, make you powerful. It's power milk.
Yeah.
And so she would always drink, and she'd always say, I want my power milk, right, all that stuff. So we're at the store, and I was like, do you want some chocolate milk? And she says out loud, she's like, no, I want my white power milk. Dude, people look at like, whoa, not good.
Yeah.
Because look at her. She's like white as white can be.
White bread, white rice.
So milk and racism. So I probably started this.
You probably did start this. But this talks about white supremacists claim they're just trolling liberals with their milk love. But scholars say there's history behind this.
History's behind what? I don't understand. I didn't read the article.
I read it, but I still don't. I didn't understand how there's milk is tied to racism even after.
So just because you drink milk, you're racist?
I think it says.
I don't drink milk.
In American culture today, limited lactose digestion is common but variable among people of African American, Hispanic, Asian, and Native American descent, but not always a reason to avoid dairy foods.
I concur.
In the 1920s, a nutritionist was quoted as saying, people who have an appreciation for art, literature, and music, who are progressive in science and every activity of human intellect, are the people who have used liberal amounts of milk and its products.
Oh.
I don't know, man. I mean,
that's crazy that
I read and
stretches to make divide even greater.
Yeah, I read some comments on an article on Yahoo News a while back, and it said, we've got it so good right now that people are just trying to find something to bitch about,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you want a glass of milk?
How dare you?
You fucking racist bastard. Well, go fuck yourself. Get out of my house.
Get out of my house, woman. I mean, man. Or
Let's see your penis. I said something else I want to say. Oh, I feel bad, man, because, we talk about how evil the government is, and fucking guys are worshiping owls and Bohemian Grove and stuff. But, so George Sr. died, right? There's some pretty good memes going around the internet. The one about the romaine lettuce got me really good. Did you see that one?
Yeah, best salad.
Yeah, this romaine is great. But I was
But
watching.
they sent that in the group text, right?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
what it was? Yeah.
I was watching that funeral, and Bob Dole.
The 7-day funeral?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Bob Dole. It showed Bob Dole standing up out of his wheelchair and saluting him, and I was like, man, these guys are all evil, but like, you gotta respect the guy. He's trying to get out of his chair, to help. It'd be like one of us dying, and
Yeah.
I guess we're worshiping owls, but
Still their same friend. It's like what the Russian said.
yeah, I was listening to GW.
Yeah.
Yeah, the younger one.
Uh-huh.
I was listening to his eulogy for his dad on the radio today, dude. And it choked me up, man.
Oh, I mean, it's his dad.
You sit there and you listen to that, and you're like, you read all this crap on the internet, all these conspiracies, and then you see this, and you're like, oh, fucking people are, their family.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But then he points out in his speech, he's like, Bill Clinton was one of my dad's best friends. Like, well, yeah, you guys are all
It's one
the
big
same
club.
cloth, right?
Uh-huh.
But I mean, it is like when he's sitting there talking about his dad, and saying he's like the best dad, and he gets choked up. I was like, fuck, about to cry, driving around my car, because the guy lost his dad.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, I mean, they are all still family.
Yeah,
I mean,
I do.
Bad guys still are sad
I
when
was gonna
their
say-
families die.
I was gonna say, I don't know if it's my age or what, but someone sent me a video the other day of a suicide bomber in somewhere in Russia. It may have been in Ukraine. I don't know where it was. The lady has a suicide vest on, and she's walking towards a checkpoint, and these Russian soldiers start shooting warning shots at her to get her to stop.
Like
She
a
doesn't-
bear.
Yeah, she doesn't stop. Keeps walking. They finally shoot her. She blows up. I mean, you don't really see anything. You see her blow up. She dies. But I was sitting there. I was like, man, fucking poor lady. And in my head, I'm like, for what? Like she just died because she's totally just blindly following this.
Somebody manipulated her enough to get her to do it.
And like I felt bad for her, but at the same time, I wouldn't want her to go up there and blow all those other dudes up. They're just sitting out there because their government said, hey, go stand there, and
It's
check people's cars.
It's a crazy thing, man, when you really think about it, because I was talking about this the other day.
And I hate sounding like a fucking pacifist.
But you're not being a pacifist. You're just you realize, because you're not a pacifist. That's not being a pacifist, because you
I'd have shot
understand
her ass too if she was coming.
That's
up to
right,
me.
because if somebody, that's one of the things that drives me crazy is that right. I'm not a pacifist.
Yeah.
I'm simply stating that look how fucked up the situation is, that where humanity is, not only today, but has been since the beginning of fucking time, that all it takes is somebody to manipulate another group of people enough to, because of what? Because of some fear, right? Of the unknown, whatever it is, and done. You can get them to do whatever you want to do. Blow themselves up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But here's the other story. It says FoxNews.com. VeggieTales is, quote, racist and dangerous for children. California student.
That's the Christian.
Yeah, the vegetables.
The Christian vegetables, right?
Yeah.
You'd figure that they would be heroes amongst, like, vegetarians and whatnot, right?
A group of students at California College's annual Whiteness Forum labeled the Christian children's cartoon VeggieTales as, quote, dangerous.
Wait, whiteness?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Annual Whiteness Forum.
That sounds racist.
It probably is. And promoting racial stereotypes for making the villains colored.
They're fucking vegetables. What color are the villains?
I don't know. I didn't even say.
Wait a minute. Are the villains vegetables too?
I'd assume so. It doesn't say. I tried to read through it to see. It doesn't show a picture of the vegetables.
You got to think about it though. From what the evangelical Christian type background, though, right? They all believe Jesus was white. So, you know what I mean? So they're going to do that. They're going to be like, oh, well, damn.
The female student who headed up the project reportedly said that the evil characters sound ethnic or Latino, while the good characters sound white. Just to be clear, the good guys, Bob and Larry, are red and green, respectively, both of which are colors.
What? Red and with tomato and
The best-selling author of VeggieTales
Cucumber.
was quoted as saying, "All vegetables are part of one race, even though they are of many colors. They are all descended from the same parents, the Adam and Eve of vegetables, who foolishly ate a forbidden fruit and screwed everything up for all the vegetables, descendants from them."
wait a minute. So vegetables ate fruit? That's even more fucked up.
Yeah, that's like being cannibalistic, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, seriously.
I think that'd been better if the
VeggieTales-
vegetables actually ate a human. They ate a bad human in the story, right?
VeggieTales is seriously racist. Give me a break,
Yeah.
man. Oh, the other thing I don't hear is that couple in Utah that had that gang of machete wielding bandits come after them in Kenya. Have you seen that video? Like going down this dirt road, and these three dudes with machetes get out of this car and start coming after them.
Are they in a car?
Yeah, so they back up and then they floor it through there and drive off. I'm like, why the fuck would we just run those people over?
Yeah.
Machetes. You know what I mean? Like, what,
Yeah.
they're going to get in the car? I guess to avoid trouble in
Yeah,
Kenya.
yeah. You don't want to run people over. Then the government would probably be
Did I
like,
ran over some dog the other day?
you did?
Yeah. All right, so I was in an area that I've gone to. I go to a lot. These dogs always come up and see me. I always pet them. They're nice dogs, right? But they always chase my car.
Oh.
And so the other day I was leaving and pulling on the highway, and my favorite one was right outside my window. And I was yelling at him like, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way!" And he's sitting there just barking. I didn't hit him. Well, there's another one that's like him, this real pretty dog, and then there's one that it looked sick, like something was wrong with it.
Are you justifying your
country? It was one of the country dogs. It had, you could see its hips, its bones.
Oh.
Something's wrong with it.
And he was just trying to join in on the fun?
He was just chasing my car too,
Ah.
and I'm sitting there yelling at the one to get away, and the whole right side of my car lifts up and then goes down. I was like, Well, the next time I went out there, that dog, the sick one, wasn't there. Yeah, but.
Yeah.
My dog, when I lived in the country and my dog chased cars, all of them eventually caught one. You know, and they all eventually got killed.
Yeah. That's how it works. You figure that I don't understand. I guess it's just in their nature, right? They just
I
want
don't know. Country dogs are all the same because they show up. Well, that dog's got black hair. We always named him Blackie, which is completely racist, I guess. Had nothing to do with race, but that was Blackie. And I don't know how many Blackies I had, and they all got hit by cars.
They all like to lay in the dirt road, too.
Yeah. And, I mean, chase fire. What?
I'd have no idea why they do it. You got to get on to them.
We had
Can't
all
let
the
them
dogs
chase cars.
was Blackie, the black ones, black-haired dogs, and we'd always call them Blackie. And then,
So imaginative.
yeah. And then we called the other dogs Buffy for some reason. All my dogs were named Buffy, and then we had a dog named
Wait a minute.
Buffy.
You guys, I can't do that. Can't name a dog the same every time.
Then we named the other one Buffy Jr., and then called him BJ for short. Yeah.
You can't do that.
Name them all the same?
Yeah, you can't do that. That's not right. They need new names. Like, if I got another German Shepherd, I couldn't name him Maverick.
Yeah, my parents named their dog the same as their last dog. It kind of weirds me out. But that was her name from the shelter. But I still would have changed it up. Bruno's name was like Kailua or something like that because he was Hawaiian.
Yeah. Zelda's name was Cookie.
Or Kaio. Well, that fit her perfect.
Cookie?
Yeah.
I liked Zelda better because...
Big ass cheeks are hers.
Uh-huh.
No. I say we call it a night.
All right, perfect timing.
All right. Make sure and like and share the Facebook page. Email us. Spread the word. I don't know what else to say.
That works.
Hopefully we get one more in before Christmas. If not, have a Merry Christmas. I think we will, though.
Have a Merry Christmas. You know the movie?
Yeah, 12 Monkeys.
Perfect. All right. Adios, muchachos.
Accessing your mind. Programming started. Thank you for listening to the Spearhead transmission. We know you enjoyed your experience. Please come again and partake in our ridiculousness. There is so much more to explore. Remember, your mind is yours. You are not part of a collective. You will start to think independently if you seek the truth. Stop buying the lies. Water that tree of liberty, and you will break those chains of mental slavery.